Hey guys, we're making some salmon and sweet pea and basil puree. What you're going to need for it is you're going to need about 1.5 cups of sweet peas, 1/4 cup of olive oil, a little bit of veggie broth, a handful of basil and some Parmesan cheese, and probably about 2 garlic cloves and some salt and pepper to taste. So I'm just going to be putting in my peas and my handful of basil, along with all the other ingredients, into my Vitamix. I'm just going to pulse this pretty low while I put in my olive oil. I like to do this while the blender is running, just because the olive oil gets to coat every single one of the peas instead of settling on the bottom and only getting, half, and I end up having to mix it up by hand anyways. So this is a great way to kind of even all of that out. And then once this is done, I'm actually going to puree it just a little bit longer because I saw that it's still kind of thick. I'm actually going to increase the speed here. You guys can use veggie broth or even more olive oil if you feel like it's still kind of thick. And then we're just going to actually put it in a little bowl. I grated some Parmesan cheese on top because you can never have too much cheese. And what I've done is I'm actually starting my sauce to go over the salmon. So this part I actually did not have a shallot, so what I did is I just ended up cutting up about half of the small red onion that I did have, just to save me a trip to the store. So I just put my red onion over some warm olive oil. I'm just going to cook these through until they're about translucent, and then I want to add some salt and pepper to this. And once that has become translucent, I'm going to add my lime juice. I know this calls for lemon juice, but I didn't have lemon, so I'm using what I have. And that's just half of a lime that I'm juicing in there. I actually put a little bit of lime zest and some basil. I'm adding some veggie broth. If you guys don't have veggie broth, you guys can just use a little bit of water and some bouillon, or some white wine to kind of give it a little bit more of an acidic flavor. I just want to cook this down to about half on a medium to high heat, and we're going to get started on our salmon. So I actually made my own Cajun salmon rub. What it has is some cayenne, some New Mexico chili powder, some smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and some thyme. I actually just rubbed this on our salmon, and for Ava salmon I just put a little bit of thyme and salt and pepper. So I'm just throwing Ava salmon in first so that we don't have to worry about her getting any Cajun sauce all over her piece. And so what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for the change in color. All of the fat from the salmon is starting to kind of come out through the sides, which is a great sign that it's cooking good. And I'm actually just going to follow the white color up into the middle of the fish, and then I'm going to flip it over because that's a sign that it's cooked to the middle. This is actually going to give me a little bit of a sear at the bottom as well, and I'm going to actually caramelize the fat so you get just a little bit more flavor. So now I'm going to be using the pan to cook Dominic and my salmon. You always want to cook the skin side down first, just because that's where most of the fat deposit is. So you want to get all that flavor out first. This is Ava's. I've just kind of cut it up and put the puree. She's actually asleep, so I'll give her some tomorrow. And this is the finished result. So I just put it on a side salad with some some seeds and some tomatoes. I actually just use the sauce as my dressing for the salad. I put the puree on top and some sauce on top of the salmon. Alright guys, thanks for watching.